All right, guys, good morning. It is Saturday, February 5th, and we are live for Top Tier Talk, or maybe you're watching on the recording, whatever the case may be. Hope you have a nice weekend planned, and yeah, hopefully the weather's good where you guys are. We are finally starting to see, we got one more day in the 60s, and then we're into the 70s and 80s already next weekend, so good stuff. Winter's over here in Phoenix. Yeah, anyway, a couple of things to talk about here. If you're paying any attention whatsoever, you know that the training site is still down. I'm at a loss. I really have no idea what's going on with that.
It's a GoDaddy thing, you said, right? Maybe.
Well, I know what's going on with it. It's definitely a GoDaddy thing, and it's either a corrupted plugin, if you know WordPress, or we were hacked. I tend to think it's probably a corrupted plugin is probably the issue. But it is redirecting again, so I wouldn't even click on it. I wouldn't even go to it. Although, as long as you don't click on any of the redirects, you're not going to get infected by anything. I doubt you would anyway, but better safe than sorry. But that being said, because this is the second time it's happened now, it had never happened, and now this is the second time it's happened in, a month basically, and it stays down for a long time. I don't know what Michael's doing. I don't know what GoDaddy's doing. I'll be perfectly honest there, but it'll get fixed at some point. But I'm kind of impatient, so obviously I can't access anything, so I'm just kind of going off of memory. But I wanted to show you. Tell me if you can see. Do you see Google right now?
No, I'm still seeing.
Huh?
I'm still seeing our site. Our page. It hasn't switched.
Oh, okay. So let me stop sharing.
There it is. There. Well, it was there for a second.
And now I'm going to start sharing again. Okay. Now do you see my Google Slides?
Yeah.
Okay. I started to create something just from memory, just to help people if we get new people started or whatever. So let me just kind of walk you through this. Right now, I just have the fast start right now, but it's kind of an important piece of it, for new people getting started. And I'm just kind of, from this presentation, redirecting people to our YouTube channel, where most of the videos are hosted. Not all, but most. So, the pages that you got to be forwarding your domains to, and how to join the Skype room, how to get to the YouTube channel, how to attend this meeting, and registering yourself. So these are essentially the fast start stuff. I don't know where the Craigslist training video is. It must be not on the YouTube channel, so it must be somewhere else. I don't know where it is, but it could be on Amazon. I host videos there too. Or it could be on the old Prosperity Nexus channel. I'm not sure. I got to check. But let me go to the YouTube channel. Show you what I did yesterday. Obviously, we use this just for posting training videos and stuff, and we're not trying to go viral or build up any subscriber base. We got 13 subscribers, which is kind of embarrassing, I suppose. But when you do go to the channel, be nice to subscribe. Get us up there. I didn't realize, but we can't change the channel name. Like, this is our channel link right now. You can see it in the address bar. Can't change it to something like youtube.com/LCG or something like that until we have 100 subscribers. That may or may not ever happen, but so it's this crazy link. Anyway, if you go to playlists, this is what I wanted to show you. I've never created playlists until now, but I created 3 different playlists. We got the fast start videos, the top tier talk videos, and some advertising. There's not much. Let me just click on that and I'll show.
All right, Steve here with LCG, and in this video, we're going to show you how to send
How do we,
podcast
hold on.
emails to your entire
Oh, you got to click on view full playlist to see the video. So we got sending broadcast emails, postcard marketing, Craigslist marketing, but this isn't the video that I was looking for. Another postcard marketing, and you got to, let's see, it's a bummer that most of the top tier talks are, I just labeled them top tier talk and put the date there. But if you click on it, you'll see what the topic is. I typically, not always, unfortunately, but typically put the topic there. Personalized Loom videos. Okay. So that's what we are. That's what I'm trying to do as a kind of a backup plan for our training site, that people can access stuff. Because I know I did get messaged by a couple of people who like to look at old top tier talk videos and do some training on their own, which is always a good idea. But I'm trying to, let me just click on this because I didn't get to all of them, but I'm doing most of the more recent ones. Because if you start to go back too far, they start to get dated anyway. Some of them I went back a year just because they had information that was, good information to watch. Otherwise, it's the more recent ones. So there's that. Yeah, just wanted to show you that. Yeah, that is that. Does anybody have any questions on that before we move forward? And I'll throw it over to John for his. It's almost becoming a segment at this point, but so you can talk a little bit about mindset. But as far as mechanics go, and as far as this stuff, does anybody have any questions? Well, we don't have any people on, so all right. John, I'll throw it over to you then for your mindset stuff.
Okay, everybody, if you're listening to this, part of success in anything is your point of view, your attitude, the way you think, your beliefs, which we tend to call mindset. And I put a list together of gradient mindsets that go from not so good to best. And they just disappeared off the screen.
Yep, they're back there.
Well, they're not on my screen. I've got the second slide up after my mindset one.
Maybe I'm frozen. Just wait a second.
Yeah.
Because I do have it up. Let me go.
There we go. There it is.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So as I was saying, a lot of people start new things with the bottom mindset. Oh, this looks interesting. I think I'll sign up for this and see if it works. Well, that's not the best mindset, because see if it works means you're usually going to be a bit of a spectator, and you've already got a bit of a negativity in your belief system, and it doesn't usually translate to work and discipline. And the opposite of let me see it works is I'm going to make it work. So if you go up the scale, the next one up could be I better succeed, or and you put in whatever you want. I better succeed, or my wife's going to kill me because I invested $2,000, or I better succeed because if I don't, then I'm screwed because I need to make money, or whatever your thing is. It's still.
Can I jump in real quick?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kind of going back to the let me see if this works. I'm a sports junkie, and when I'm in the car, I listen to sports radio, even though my teams are New York teams. I listen to the Arizona stuff, and they were interviewing I had never heard of the guy before, so he must be a rookie or I don't know. But some guy on the Phoenix Suns basketball team that I think had just been signed or something, maybe to a 10-day contract or something like that. And really well-spoken guy. And he's like, can't believe, I've made it to the NBA. I mean, my dream was always to get to this point. And he's like, hopefully I can stick it out and make a career of this. And then he said, wait a minute, I will stick it out and make a career of this. So he like had the same mindset stuff, and he corrected himself, during the live interview. He initially said hope, and then he changed it to will. So that was a couple of weeks ago, but it stuck with me. So I thought, it's not just us and it's not just John that talks about this stuff. I mean, this is real stuff that works, and that, professional athletes and, people people that are very successful already, consistently work on as well.
Exactly. And take it in football. Do you ever notice that at halftime, let's say the team sucks the first half, then they have a 15-minute halftime break, they come back and kick butt. Well, obviously people's ability didn't change in 15 minutes. The quarterback didn't all of a sudden have more skills, or the line or the defense or the offense. Something changed at halftime. And obviously it was the mindset of the whole team, given probably a speech by the coach or offensive line coordinator or somebody. So the mindset is important. Let me see if it works. If you see teams come back or a quarterback come back in the last 2 minutes, save the game, I don't think that quarterback goes out on the field and says, oh my God, let's see if we can win this. I think they come back, guys like Brady and all these really great quarterbacks, they're leaders. They come out and they route their team and they go, let's do this. Let's pull this off. We're going to do this. So if we go up the scale, I will succeed is way better than let me see if it works, or I better succeed. I will succeed. It's pretty positive and means you're going to probably do some of the things that it takes. But there's a different higher level that some people never even know, and it's hard to think with it. The next one up is I have succeeded. And you might say, wait a minute, I just signed up, or the game ain't over. How could I state with confidence I have succeeded when in reality I haven't even finished yet? Well, that's the whole secret of envisioning success before it happens, because you got the physical reality universe, the universe of senses that we sometimes call it, and then your own mental universe. In your mental universe, your imagination can imagine anything. If you wanted to put a pink elephant on top of the Empire State Building as a silly example, your imagination could pretty much make an elephant pink and put it on top of the Empire State Building pretty easy. But in reality, if you tried to do that, my God, you'd need a crane and planning, and it's ridiculous. It's almost impossible. So I have succeeded means you've envisioned in your mind that you've succeeded at whatever you're doing. And you keep that vision up there, and that becomes the driving force and belief to make it actually happen in the universe of reality. And I once was at a seminar and a guy went further up and said, well, above I have succeeded, you could say, you could affirm, you could postulate, I am success. You are. Everything you do is success. You're being success. And that translates to almost anything that you do then, because you are so positive that anything that you are going to do, that you will be successful. So this is a good little assessment when you're doing anything, especially in this business. You can assess this list and say, okay, where am I at this morning? Where am I at today? Am I still at, let me see if this works, or I better succeed, or otherwise I'm gonna go broke, or I will succeed, which means I'm gonna do some things that are gonna help me succeed. I'm gonna generate more leads. I'm gonna make more phone calls. I'm gonna study the Top Tier Talk. I'm gonna call my host up, and I got questions for John or Steve, and I'm going to actually go into the Skype team room and originate some things, or I'm going to show up to the top tier. I'm going to be, in other words, I will succeed is a beingness that's better than the beingness of let me see if this works. And so if your B is I will succeed, you're probably going to do a lot different things than you would if let me see if this works. I have succeeded really puts that out there, and I am success means you have so much confidence is ridiculous. I remember an interview once with Michael Jordan, probably the greatest athlete that ever lived as far as his success. And it's funny, he said, yeah, I want the ball. A lot of people are scared to get the ball if there's 4 seconds left. I just freak out at that. He goes, I want that ball because I'm going to succeed. I've already seen it. And, you know, he had so many amazing comebacks when he was at success. I am success. If you ever noticed that his tongue would come out and then he would just dribble down and he would do the impossible. And so he talked about the importance of mindset. His mom used to say that when he was practicing, when he was growing up, she couldn't even get him into dinner. He'd be out in the rain, dribbling and shooting free throws, practicing so much. So he obviously didn't have, let me see if I can be a good basketball player. That wasn't his mindset. I better be a good, I will be a better. He just reeked of success. And that, of course, that beingness led to the type of practice and doing this that great athletes get to. And the same thing happens in any kind of business. One little funny example I did when I was a kid, we used to have this go-kart place around the corner from my house that was really cool. And they were fast go-karts, and there was rubber tires, so you really couldn't do anything. And the way they were built to the ground, although they were fast, you could literally turn that thing 90 degrees and it still wouldn't flip over. So they were really safe. And I remember I was about 14 years old, and a bunch of kids in the neighborhood are out there, our parents are there, and we started to race. And it was really fun because you could go pretty fast. And it was like a figure 8 type of weird course. And they had tires around so you wouldn't bump into any walls. And so I was ahead. I only had about 5 or 6 minutes left in the time, and whoever's ahead is the winning. And I spun out on the grass, hit the tire, and everybody passed me up. And by the time I did a U-turn and got back on the track, everybody, even the slowest one, had passed me. So I'm like over a lap behind. And I remember it was just a natural gift I maybe had. I said, that's it. I won this race. No way is this going to do that. So I just floored it and started cutting corners. And I was so excited, and I was catching them slowly. And every lap I got better and better and better. And I'll be damned if I didn't win by about a half length. Now, if my mindset would have been, well, that knocked me out of the race, I'm screwed, or let me see if I can catch up, or I better succeed because I'm supposed to be the best here and all the kids in the neighborhood are going to razz me all week, I would have never, ever won that. So I just went for it. I am success. That's it. I see it. I'm done. I've won. And then, of course, that drove me obsessively into driving like I've never driven before. So don't take this mindset stuff glibly. It's actually very important, and it's what separates in this type of business the people that are making over 100 grand a year and the people that aren't. Is this kind of a mindset. So if anybody has any questions, or Steve, do you have any more comments?
Yeah, or even doesn't even have to be 100 grand, but just whatever your whatever your goal is, if you're looking to make part-time or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think, I'll be honest, I was never into mindset like knowingly. Like, I'm not one of these guys that have read all these books, although I have read some Tony Robbins and some other stuff. So I mean, I have been exposed to this stuff, but I'll tell you, when I first got started in this industry back in 2009 and just decided that, this is what I was going to do. It wasn't this business model. It was multi-level marketing at the time. But, and I remember telling my sister she's had the same job now for 30 years or something like that, or the same company, different jobs maybe, but the same company. And, she was just kind of like, what? Okay. Good luck with that type of thing, and I just knew I was going to make it work. Like, it never bothered me that 99, this industry has a 99% failure rate or whatever. And like, I never really thought about it. I just thought that, hey, I want to be able to work from home for myself with my laptop. That was my goal. And that was so exciting to me because I didn't know that something like that existed. That was so exciting to me that I wasn't going to stop. And so I skipped over the let me see if this works. I never thought that. Or even I better succeed. I went straight to I will succeed, on this list of 5 bullets here. Like, I just knew I was going to make it work. I wasn't sure how. And it didn't happen overnight. But, I just kept plugging at it because I knew I was going to succeed. And, it took 4 years maybe. I mean, I had successes, but it took 4 years to have my first $20,000 week, So, it doesn't necessarily happen overnight. I had $10,000 months before that, but very sporadically. So yeah, but I was going to make it work. And, so I guess, my takeaway from this, and maybe yours could be too, is just know you're going to make it work, because you can. It's not rocket science, this industry. This industry is more, it's more not quitting, quite frankly, doing the things that work and not quitting, build yourself some traction, stay with it, and, you will be successful.
I think that's where that phrase comes from: winners never quit and quitters never win. When I go to sign somebody up, during the interview, I hear, "This better work, John, because I've been in 3 before, and if this doesn't work," and I go, "Oh,
Yep.
So if it doesn't work, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm not going to fire you. You'd be the one that quit." So I usually take it away and say, you know what? You're not ready for this business if you're going to see if it works, because you actually have to make it work by doing what you're supposed to do. And they get mad sometimes when you say that, but that's true.
I usually make people, I mean, so many people out there have that mentality of, because and it's understandable. They've failed before, whether it was them or the business. Usually it was them, but they failed before, so they have that "let me see if this works" attitude. Or a lot of times people will say, "Steve, I really hope this works this time," and I'm like, you can't come into this hoping. You have to know that it's going to work, and usually they get it. They're not, but upset by that. They usually understand, and they'll correct themselves and go, "Yeah, you're right. I know this is going to work." And you can forget that though when things don't work in the first week or two. You're right. So you got to. The biggest challenge, I think, in sales, and I've been in sales before, before I got into this, and the biggest challenge is you're going to always run into walls, right? In any sort of performance-based business, and this can go for sports too, as well as sales. And it's not always going to be going up, 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 up. It's going to go up, and it's going to go down. It's going to go up. It's going to go stay flat. That's just how it is. And the people that are successful are the people that can weather those negative moments and get past those to then have the great successes that make it all worthwhile, I think. And that's, you know, I mean, hey, if I had quit before, you know, before I had a $20,000 a week, it was actually a $20,000 day, right? I mean, before, I would never have experienced that, right? I would have just got back to, you know, working some job or whatever, and I would have missed out on that. You can't quit, because that greatness is there for you to have. You just got to keep reaching for it.
Yep, anybody have any questions, comments?
Hi, great job. I'm very good with mindset. I'm a hypnotherapist. So, and I listen to mind reprogramming every single night, and I hypnotize people. So I'm pretty good with mindset. But
Yeah, you can
That's
hypnotize,
awesome.
you should start talking to your prospects and hypnotize them and say, I have signed up and I am successful.
I, there's
And this is my credit card number. Yeah.
right. There's actually a course that I want to get into that says that you can sign anyone up in 2 minutes. So I will be taking that course soon. But right now I
Nice.
have a license in hypnotherapy. So and I'm gonna go for NLP. So
That's interesting. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, maybe I'll hire you to hypnotize some of my new prospects for them.
that's good.
You can
Hey.
make a side, you can make a side
Can you-
business working for MLM people that are failing.
Definitely
Can you
true.
hypnotize? Can you hypnotize over Zoom? You probably could.
Yes, and the phone. I did it over the phone. I did a weight loss thing over the phone. So
Nice.
yeah, as soon as like pandemic, nobody could, see each other,
I went years ago. I went to a stop smoking hypnotism thing, and didn't work. I don't think we got hypnotized.
Well, not everybody can be, you actually have to have a rapport and agreement to be hypnotized. If you don't want to be hypnotized, your free will takes over.
Well, I wanted to be, but
that is
I mean,
true.
it was a group thing. It wasn't one-on-one or anything.
Right.
It was a group thing, but none of us in the group that I went with, I mean, only like 3 or 4 of us, but yeah, none of us thought we got hypnotized, and none of us quit smoking at the time either. So I don't think it worked.
Yeah, it has
But
to be it's distracting with a lot of people.
yeah, it could be. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, cool, Don. All right. Well, hey, good deal, John. Don't forget to stop recording, and yeah, we'll do this again next week. Have a good
All right,
rest
guys.
of the weekend.
Take care.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.